So there's something called, again, this doesn't stop. It has hundreds and hundreds of jargon. That's why the derivative is the most complicated thing in the world. When it comes to derivatives, the list actually never ends, and options has so much of jargon. Now, let me show you practically how it looks like. Industries, derivatives. So I'm in NSE website, Reliance Industries, I'm searching. And now I will look for something called option chain. So inside Reliance, in derivatives, I'm looking at option chain. So let's see this live example. So today at 3:30, the market closed Indian Standard Time, and Reliance somewhere is around 1959 Indian rupees. So this is the share price. What happens to these things? So just look at a lot of jargon that is there. So we were talking about calls. There are puts. We can see that currently the market price is 1959. So look at the calls and puts. Now, if I'm very bullish on Reliance, I'm going to buy the call. Now I can buy expecting the share price to go up to 2000, 2050, 2100, 2800. So there are so many of these. What is it called? Strike price. So I'll add one more jargon into this. Strike price. This is our target price. Understood? So in options, we looked at earlier premium. This is the token amount that we need to pay. You are seeing here, what is the last traded price? Example, for 2000, if I want to invest, see 63.7, 63.90. Last traded price LTP is 63.8. So basically, whatever is the quantity, 505 into 63, something like 35,000, 30,000 something. So 30,000 worth is what Indian rupees I'm going to risk rather than buying at 2,000 rupees per share, 500, which is like 10 lakhs. So all that I'm risking is only 30,000. That's my risk. Premium, that's called your premium. In this example, live example, 63.8. What is your strike price? 2,000 rupees. Which is the stock? Reliance. What is the current market price of the share? 1959 rupees. So far it is clear. You understand there is a share price. I am keeping a target of 2000. Premium that I have to pay, which is a token advance, 63.8 live that we can see. This is my target
Yes.
price strike. So options, I can keep both the targets, 2000 call or 2000 put also. Now, why will I buy 2000 put? The current market
Reduce
price
the risk.
is, yes, exactly. So if you are looking at 1959 and you are buying a put of 2000, which means you can buy puts of all the levels, any of these levels, or calls also. So you are expecting the share price to go up to 2000, at least 40 rupees more, it will go up. That's what you are expecting. So your 63 rupees will increase further by whatever if you are buying a call and the share price actually gone up. That we can understand now. Other way around, you are expecting the Reliance share price to fall. You can buy 2000 put, you can buy 1900 put, you can buy 1800 put. It's up to you. Whatever is listed here, you can buy any of these. What is the premium that we have to pay? Let's see. For 2000 put, currently last traded price 93. So for a put, you have to pay a premium of 93 rupees per share. So there's something else that we need to see. Can you see there is a difference in color here? These are all white in the background. These are having some darker shade behind the scenes or the background. Above or rather 1950 onwards, all the calls are having a darker background. 2000 and above, you see, they don't have any background, it's white. On the other hand, puts are exactly 2000 and up to 2800, whatever is listed, there is a darker background. 1950 and below is showing a No background, in fact. Any guesses what is the meaning of this without even getting into technical? The current market price is 1959 that we can see. Now looking at this 1959, can you guess why there is no background here, why there is something here? It's not a mistake. There's a reason why they do it. Any guess? The small logic. We are at 1959, 1950 and up to 1350, all the calls are darker in shade. Why? But 2000 and above, it's not. What does it tell you? Some logic? You want to try?
So because the share price has only reached 1959, so everything below that is
Perfect.
nice.
So what happens to this 2000, 250? Why is that this is dark in color, but these are not?
So because puts work exactly the opposite as
Okay.
calls.
So 2000, is it already achieved or is it not?
Not achieved.
The current market price is 1959. I expect that the share price will fall up to 2000. Did it fall up to 2000 or not? Because that's my target, right? Strike price is my target. I expected
Yes, sir.
2000. It is currently at 1959. Did it achieve or not? First thing.
Not achieved.
It has achieved. Why? Because if it is at 2000, your 1959, it's already gone below 2000, isn't it? So that's the reason why these are all darker in shade. Idea is what you have already achieved. It's called something, I'll tell you now. If you look at all the 2002 strike price up to 2800, all the puts, I expected that the share price will fall to 2800 at whatever level it was a month ago, 2 months ago. Currently, it has fallen to 1959. I've already achieved here itself my target, correct? Same way, I expected 2000 Y strike price. This was my target. It has fallen further below. It's gone below actually, isn't it? So I've achieved
Okay.
this target.
Yeah.
Anything which is already achieved is called in the money. Why is it in the money? Because you are in profit. Basically, whoever has bought earlier, they expected that the share price will fall. Maybe, say a month ago, Reliance was 2040 rupees. Now, currently, it is at 1959. So,
Yes,
in
sir.
November someone or earlier, they bought 2000 strike price Reliance puts. At that time, whatever was the price they bought, they expected that the share price will fall from 2040 to 2000. Now, if you see, it's fallen further also. That's the reason why
Yes, sir.
this has become profitable. It is in the money. Now, today, if I go and buy 93, no one will give me profit because it can go up, it can go, it can fall. That's a normal, demand and supply, and where the price is moving in the same direction that I expected. If I buy a put and the share price goes up, my puts will fall. There's an inverse relationship. So, if it falls, then my puts also will go up. The inverse relationship we need to remember. So, in the money is all your darker shades. Let's look at the call. I expected that the share price will touch 1350 whenever I bought the call. It is currently at 1950. It's way, way above my expectation. I expected the share price to touch 1900. It's already crossed 1900 and went up to 1959. That's the reason why these are all darker in shade. So these are all in the money calls, ITM. What are these? Exactly, it is in between 2000, 1950 to 2000. So you can call probably 2000 as at the money for a call. 1950 put, this you can call it as at the money put. So there's something called at the money, ATM. Anything which is yet to happen. See, I'm expecting the share price to go up this month, but it's not yet happened. That's why it is having no background. Yet to achieve. It is something outside my control. It is yet to achieve. Those are out of money, no background. So it is yet to achieve. So what is already achieved in the money, ITM. At that particular level only we are there. Those are at the money. It is yet to be achieved, yet to be achieved. This is called OTM or out of money. So all that you can understand only from this particular scene, this particular screen that you can see called option chain. This is the entire chain. What is chain? You have so many strike prices as decided by the exchange because they will decide because of some rules and regulations how many strike prices should come. So let's take a example. I'll click on this 2000 and see what happens. If I click on that, it gives me end of December. Jan it says 28 because last Thursday of every month it expires. Last Thursday of February, if I go and check my calendar, let me see the calendar. This is December. Jan is 28th, last Thursday that we can see. Let's see for February. February, last Thursday is 25th. So it expires on that day. That's the rule in India actually. In US it will be different. So generally the last Friday or the last Thursday of every month, the contracts all expire, which means if I have bought this at 63.8, first I would have paid whatever is the minimum quantity. I can see that, 505, 250. So minimum quantity probably it might be 250. That's called lot size. You can check all those things actually, in the website. Everything they will give, they have to give. Let me go and check where is the lot size. They will explain somewhere. We were discussing about PE. You see this price earnings. It's currently at 43. The industry is going at 41. So it's a little costlier compared to the industry. So it's a listed company. It's an equity shares. So many shares were issued. I don't know what is the 6 crore 33 lakhs or something like that. Uh, where is the information? On derivatives margins. So they're saying 20% is the margin you need to pay if you're trading in derivatives. That's your futures initial margin. So if it is minimum lot of 250, even that will be there somewhere. Where is the minimum lot? So just looking at this, I can at least see that it should be around 505. So I guess it's changing next month. How did I find out? Because if I click on 2000, see this month I can see all 505. Next month it is becoming 250 as the minimum. So I guess this month is the last where Reliance quantity is at 505. Next month onwards, it is being reduced by the exchange. Every 6 months they make these changes because the share price have doubled. Reliance was, when I wrote a report, I sent that report to your father actually. It was April, I think. Um, March or April, it was around 940 rupees. So now it is at 1950. It's doubled actually. So that's where exchange automatically recalculates, and because trading will become very difficult, it becomes costly. So to encourage more liquidity, they'll automatically make the adjustments, increase, decrease, and all that. Share price which has fallen so much, which is still in the futures segment, they'll make the changes for the lot size. Either they'll increase it or decrease it. So here it is currently showing 505. So 505, if I am paying 505 into 63.8. Today we are on 2nd December. This contract is going to expire on 31st December. If you are buying a call at, this is a call, that's what we are seeing, call option. Current market price is 1959. If this is 1900 current market price, approximately what would have happened to your call? Will it have gone up or will it have fallen? Your share price is 1959 today. By 31st December, share price is 1900. Just theoretically, what would have happened to your call?
You didn't reach the target, so
So you bought a call which is 2000, correct? That's what we were seeing. So our target was 2000 strike price, which was our target.
yeah,
But unfortunately, it went the other way around.
yeah.
The stock price fell. So what will happen to my investment here? How much profit or loss I will incur? Or rather, how much extra I have to pay to the exchange? In futures, you remember we have this MTM margin. So after 31st December, how much I have to pay extra to the uh, exchange? Approximately.
$100 minus the 63 already paid.
So 63 I already paid now. Now it has fallen from 1959 to 1900. So the share price fell by 59 rupees. And I expected a target of 2000 actually, but unfortunately I lost. So 100 extra I have to pay, or 59 I have to pay extra, approximately.
100.
Right. So the extra amount that you're thinking about, you don't need to pay anything. This is why
Okay.
it's a token advance. You remember? So 1 month later, the owner is going to say, I'm not going to pay you back that 5 lakh rupees that you paid for a property in Kerala as a token advance. 1 month later, if you go also, he will not pay you because that was the arrangement, isn't it? Same thing here. The maximum risk in options is for a buyer. You bought this call, you bought this. The maximum risk is your 63.8 option premium for a buyer.
Okay.
Always remember your real estate token advance. So if you are a buyer, your risk is limited. So I'm talking about risk management now. Your risk is limited to the extent of option premium. Clear?
Yeah.
If
Yes,
I
sir.
was if I was the one who sold you this, so how much money I would have got a credit? 63 into 505, you paid. So this much, whatever 30,000 odd Indian rupees will get a credit to my account. Now for me, I am the writer. I sold this call to you. Exchange this treats this as if like a futures, which means I have to pay initial margin of whatever 10%, 20%, whatever of the entire contract. So I would have paid money to my broker. Every day it will get adjusted to my MTM. So if your premium actually falls to 60, I'll get that 3.8 credit into 505. If this would have become 70, I have to pay this extra money. Every day this MTM actually gets adjusted. Finally, by 31st December, this has fallen because the share price fell and this fell to say 1 rupee. And you didn't sell this, you just left it like that. This entire money I have pocketed. This is the difference between buyer and seller. What is the risk for a seller? Think your lottery, because you are very famous for Kerala lottery, right? And your luck is very good. Think if this share price really touched 2100, this premium would have shot up. We can understand that. From 63, say this has become 150. I sold you at 63. My risk is unlimited. Unlike you, where your risk is maximum 63.0, you can lose. That's all. Because you paid a token advance. In my case, I sold it to you, that money. My risk is unlimited. You can, if it touches 2,500, imagine what will happen. This premium will be something like 350 or something. My risk is unlimited. This goes on, goes on, goes on, and I can't do anything because till I square off the position. That's why whenever you are writing or selling calls or puts, the risk becomes unlimited. It is just like when you buy futures or you sell futures, the risk is unlimited. So now I'm getting into more depth of concepts called risk management in derivatives. You buy futures, you sell futures, you sell calls, you sell puts. All these are unlimited profits or rather unlimited risks. So anything which goes reverse than your original thought process, which means gone, your risk is unlimited. If you buy options, your risk is limited only to the extent of option premium because you remember your real estate token advance. That's all. So that's the reason why in markets, many people, because they want to earn more, they will actually look for selling calls and selling puts. It's a very risky thing, limited risk, but most of them are writers only than buyers actually. Who buys options are people who do not have knowledge of stock markets or derivative markets. They are the guys who spend most of their money by buying options. But traders who are very, very proficient in strategies, they actually only sell calls and sell puts. It's a completely different topic altogether. But for CMA point of view, this is very important. If you are buying futures, you have unlimited risk. If you're selling futures, unlimited. Same way, selling calls, selling puts, they're all having unlimited risk. I just explained to you this example. You sold me 63.8 Reliance call and you bought that. So you bought, I sold. Rather, I sold it to you. You purchased it 63.8. If the share price falls, you are losing some money on this or the entire thing if you don't reverse it. For me, if the share price falls, I'll pocket this entire 30,000. That's the maximum profit that I can get. If the share price rises, which means whatever I predicted, it went other way around. The risk is unlimited. Clear? It will be very confusing because there's so much of jargon in derivatives. It's too much actually. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
A call option is the most commonly used option. It gives the owner, the buyer, the right, but not the obligation. I told you this again and again and brainwashed you that option means you have every right, but there is no one who can put a gun on you. There is no obligation for you to fulfill. Remember, token advance that you paid, that 5 lakh rupees for real estate in Kerala. There is no one who can force you, but you should be ready that you might lose that 5 lakhs completely. That's why the token advance that you pay in derivatives options we call premium. In the money, at the money, out of money. You later on you can read this theory, but remember this practically that we were looking at. And when you want to refer, go to this NSE India website and just browse for any stock, TCS, any of the stocks. You will find all those. And this is important for you because someday or other you have to get into markets. And later on when we do the stock market training, this is the only thing that we need to do. Nothing else is there. So the basics is necessary. Go to option chain and you can identify for any of the stock. So this tells me that 2,800 is already achieved. Let's see the stock price. What is this? TCS. Currently it is 2,745. So I expected 2,800. It's already fallen below that. That's why these are all dark in background. This is light in background. This is yet to achieve. Same way these. So I know it will be confusing. There's a lot more jargon in this. I'll stop here, revise this entire thing, whatever we discussed today, and also the previous topics. Put option is the right to sell. We understand that. So I'll stop here because it gets more and more complicated. American option, European option. So spend some time on whatever we discussed.